Hey everybody, it's Dr. Michael Hoffman hanging out here at the park with my buddy Mr. Brown. He's checking things out. And what I wanted to talk about was the history of my clinical practice. In 2003, when I launched Sober Buddha, my idea was that I would help primarily people addicted to drugs and alcohol and other obsessive behaviors, gambling, sex, internet addiction. That was 2003, but that's really not how it turned out. Pretty quickly, instead of attracting addicted people with those obvious problems, I attracted midlife people, professionals, older seniors also, who were questioning the value of their lives. What matters? What's really important? Because as most of us know, the American dream has become a bit of a crapshoot. So, Mr. Brown, do you agree with that? Yeah, he agrees. Okay. So what's happened now is that people are coming in who have done with addiction. And they want to know, what do I do now? What do I do now that I'm sober from chemicals and crazy behaviors, but I'm still not happy? I'm in a void. And the best way I can help them is to introduce them to what's called the existential vacuum. And that was something that Camus and Sartre in France popularized in the 30s and 40s. And the idea is, if you're not going to kill yourself, and you're not going to just give up and be addicted, and if you're not going to just give up on yourself and live a mundane life, which too many people do, then you have to live in rebellion against the absurdity of the human condition. And one of the big absurdities is that shit happens. Things happen to us that we don't think we created it. We can't see how it fits. It doesn't make any sense. But it's happened, and it's done its damage. And what do? You go to a psychiatrist and take a drug to numb out your pain, then you have to stay on the drugs. So that's just another addiction. So what do you do if you're facing this vacuum where there's really nothing but what you create? It's a phenomenally important point of life. And Carl Jung said this usually is the midlife issue, which when he was working happened in the mid to late 40s, early 50s. But it's happening to lots of people now, because as our culture becomes more and more insipid and more disappointing, and the world is obviously just getting crazier instead of healthier, people are looking for meaning. So I'm going to post a series of videos following this one to talk about how you find meaning and happiness in a world that seems completely absurd. I'll refer you to two books to get you started. First one to read is by Viktor Frankl. The title is Man's Search for Meaning. Popular book written. Frankl was a Jewish psychiatrist interred in Auschwitz. And if a Jewish psychiatrist in a Nazi prison camp can find meaning, well, obviously we can too. So Frankl's work in that book is eye-opening. It should inspire you to look for ways for you to create your own meaning despite circumstances. The second book is by Jungian analyst James Hillman, and it's a pretty scathing critique of the psychotherapy profession. The title of the book is We've Had 100 Years of Psychotherapy and the World's Getting Worse. pretty dour title. But Hillman's a big critic of psychotherapy as a business. He's a Jungian, meaning he believes that therapy, as the original Greek word meant, is designed to heal the soul. not help the mind overcome little daily problems, but how to heal the soul from which all meaning and all energy and all inspiration has to come. So, Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning, James Hillman, we've had 100 years of psychotherapy, and the world's getting worse. And Mr. Brown's book is called How to Stand Still in a Park. Thanks very much. Tune in to Sober Buddha Counseling again soon. I'm going to follow up about this search for meaning in your life.